Excuse me, I'm sorry. And so basically, another thing that was put into this was the naval arms race that was going on between Germany and between France, as both of them thought they had great navies, and they kind of thought that each one could expand and overtake the other one. One was stronger than the other, and so it sort of turned into these larger countries kind of fighting each other over who was more powerful than the other, which, like I said, could have really been avoided. Now, the mood of the entire war, the mood of the beginning of the war was kind of that it was going to be a quick war. That both sides kind of thought they were going to be able to sort of run through the other one without much difficulty, and kind of the use of machine guns for the first time in this war was one of the reasons because of this. Now, they were mistaken because this actually caused the use of trench warfare. Trench warfare was where these armies would dig these trenches and they would line up against each other, and it was more a defensive war than an offensive war. And I think that kind of came from this new technology that they had, and it wasn't really something they had been used to. So they weren't sure what tactics would work against others. So it was a very defensive war, which is the reason why it took so long, because either side wouldn't surrender. They would kind of wait each other out, and that's really what drug out this war. Now, this war differed from other ones in that way, as this new technology, not really understanding exactly how it works, exactly what the best tactics are with it. And it also differed because so many people were involved in this war. It seemed like the entirety of Europe were fighting over land, and were trying to gain the upper hand on either side. And this was something that hadn't really been seen before, with all of these massive powers over an entire continent disagreeing and fighting each other. One of the things about this war that was very important was the challenges of the type of warfare they used, particularly on the Western Front. The lack of resources throughout all of the countries, the lack of food, water, sleep, really drug out this war as well, and the constant fear and chaos that was going on all around them, as well as the living conditions in these trenches was far from sanitary. You had the ability or the potential to die from disease in these places, and you're in this trench and you can't move for weeks at a time. It begins to affect the soldiers in a negative way, and you got to think all the trauma they went through by seeing all these people being killed around them with the constant fighting. Their mental stability was greatly affected, and everyone that was in this war suffered greatly. And the problem is, in these trenches, it was basically a waiting game. It was a stalemate. Neither enemy was willing to surrender, and there wasn't really a great way to be able to overtake the other side and move forward. There would be times where you would move 300 yards forward in a month. And that's why this war was so different. Something like this had never been seen before, and it was why it took so long. So just look over here real quick, see if I missed anything. I believe I didn't. I hope that was a good enough answer. I hope you do well over the holiday. Stay safe. Hope you have a good Christmas and a New Year. And